Hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome back, everybody, to a new stream. One day before deadline day. Yeah, I'm very excited because it's been a while. It's been 2 months or 3 months without Premier League football. And yeah, I can't wait for the games to start again. Yeah, so this is the team I've settled on as of now. And you can see here I have 1 million in the bank, which of course I intend to use. Maybe to replace Fulkrug, but that's still under consideration. It's quite tricky this year. It's very, very tricky this year. They haven't made it easy at all, especially with defenders, with this whole defensive contribution stuff, because they've raised the floor and made them more appealing. That's why I agree with most of the content creators that are going against the 6 mil price points. I'm not sure which content creator mentioned that. I think who was it? Was it Brass? No, it wasn't Brass. Oh yeah, last year's champion, Lovro, I think his name is. Yeah, he mentioned that he doesn't see the worth in having 6 million defenders, and actually I kind of agree with him. I think the value is definitely in the 5.5s and below, especially when you're targeting those defensive contributions, which, you know, teams outside the top 6 tend to, or defenses outside the top 6 tend to accumulate a lot of these defensive contributions because they're having to sit back and not attacking as much. And, you know, man of the hour, you got Murillo, who has the second highest, or would have had the second highest defensive contributions if they were a thing last year. And I kept jumping between him and Milinkovic. I know Milinkovic has a higher ceiling in terms of, you know, the attacking returns, but those aren't as consistent or as replicable as the defensive contributions, which I think Murillo will get more of, as the statistics have shown. So yeah, definitely gone for Murillo just to play it on the safe side. Pedro Porro, again, like, I do have one 5.5. I didn't want 2, but when I watched that game against PSG, and especially with Madison injured, hopefully he gets back soon, of course, because I love Madison. He's a quality player. But with that being said, Pedro Porro is taking free kicks, and he was actually close. He almost snuck one in. And he was taking the corners. In fact, I think one of the set pieces or like free kicks that he took ended up in a goal. He got an assist. Romero got the goal. Yeah, no, I love Porro. He's super attacking and he's on set pieces. I can't ask for more. And he starts off with Burnley at home. That's like the best case scenario. Yeah, so defense has been quite tricky. And if you've watched my earlier videos, I was always keen on doing bench boost 1, and you can see here I'm not doing that anymore because I had Perot and now I have Gu. I think that's the correct way to pronounce his name. Yeah, I think with Kelleher out, oh, by the way, I need to change Kelleher, that's true. Yeah, and Dubravka, not sure. I mean, what if tomorrow they come out and say Dubravka's gonna play 100%? No, I don't think so. I think I've backed out of the bench boost Gameweek 1. I was very high on it. I really wanted to do it, but it's just not looking likely. I think, yeah, I might need to do something else. So this is what the team looks like at the moment. Remember, I have 1 million outside. And yeah, I think this kind of matches what almost, you know, kind of what all the main, you know, experts, let's call them, they're going for, like, you know, Salah, Palmer, Fernandes, Watkins. These 4 are consistent, and Porro as well, especially after what we've seen against PSG. But here's where it gets different. Gakpo. So a lot of people are going for Verts, and I've looked at their statistics, and honestly, I'm not convinced. Of course, I love Verts. I had Verts at the beginning, but with Isak's situation looking a little bit tricky. Now, even if he does sign for Liverpool, I don't think he starts any of the first 3 games at all. I mean, of course, not tomorrow, but I don't see him starting before game week 4 or 5 with everything that's happening. So yeah, Gakpo is good for the first 3 game weeks. And if we look at the statistics, so let's do this. FB Ref, I really like this website. And if we look at Gakpo, so that's Gakpo. Let's compare him to, I wish they put I mean, Semenyo, why not? Oh, oops. Supposed to click compare. Compare. Verts. So let's choose last year. Get results. Yeah, so Semenyo got 11 goals, but he played 35.6 90, minute games. Gakpo got 10 in 21 games. Verts got 10 in 26, and Verts had to take 2 penalties to get to those 10. So ultimately, 16 attacking returns for Gakpo in 21 games versus, if we remove those 2 penalties, 14 attacking returns for Gakpo versus 20 for Verts, which is quite a lot, to be fair. But he did play 5 more games, so like I can't really. I'm trying hard to justify this 1 million difference. Like, should I pay that extra mil and go for Verts? I just don't see it, especially when you look at the non-penalty expected goals and expected assists. Gakpo's on top with 0.53 versus second 0.5. So that's non-penalty expected goals and expected assists. I mean, even if we look at Luis Diaz, I think, let's try to add him, because he played a lot of the minutes on that left wing. Let's see what he did last year. Is it Luis? Yeah, Luis Diaz. So let's just choose last year's data. We get the results. Hopefully this is clear on stream. I'm not even sure if it's clear. Yeah, so he got 13 goals. But what was his non-penalty? He had 0.64. Remember, he was playing on that left wing side that Gakpo played some games, and sometimes he played up front, but not as much as Diaz. Diaz actually had to play quite a few times as a striker. So all this is saying is this 0.53, 0.55 sort of non-penalty XG plus X assists per 90 would be maintained on that left wing of Liverpool. And who has that spot? Gakpo has that spot. That's good enough for me. I'll bank that 1 million and spend it elsewhere. Yeah, other players that are quite different to the template. So everybody has Murillo or Milinkovic and Porro. People have Sanchez. I hate spending more than 8.5 million on the goalkeepers. It's just not what I do. Yeah, I think but Kelleher's injured, so of course he's not an option anymore. And let's check the news. Kelleher. Need to reread what was just said. Touch and go, yeah. Touch and go. Yeah. Back on the grass. Whether they will be absolutely ready, we'll see over the next day and a half. Then we'll make that decision. Come on, man. Overall, we're in a I really want Kelleher. You might be asking, why do you want Kelleher? What's so special about Kelleher? I don't know, his save rate. He's crazy. And Brentford, they concede a lot of shots, and then he can just save them and get those points, and he's a good goalkeeper. I like Brentford's defense. But yeah, a lot of people are going for Chelsea. I mean, Crystal Palace, we saw them against Liverpool. Are they an easy game? Is it really better than Nottingham Forest away? The same Forest that didn't score in 7 preseason games? Really? Really? Nottingham... SofaScore. Let's go SofaScore. So if we go Nottingham Forest... Of course, anything can happen, but if we just take the numbers, at face value, Forest played 7 games scored 1 goal. Five clean sheets, 0-0 games. But they only scored 1 goal. So why is Kelleher worse than Sanchez? Especially after Colwell got injured. Easy fixtures? Well, Brentford plays Sunderland away. Well, they play Chelsea but at home. Fulham away. I mean, those are not bad fixtures. I don't know. I really don't want to pay that extra 0.5. I mean, if it was for sells, I get it. Yeah, for sells, I would definitely, you know, invest that 0.5. Because look at this. Brentford at home, West Ham at home, Sunderland at home. These are very likely to be clean sheets. West Ham is a little bit tricky with how they're playing recently. I like them in preseason. But technically, I think there's a very high chance of a clean sheet in these 3 games. And Burnley away, of course. So that's 4 games out of 6. Arsenal is super tricky. But hey, we'll get the save points. It's fine. Crystal Palace, again, is also tricky. As we've seen against Liverpool, they're no slouches. With all that said, I'm still going for Kelleher. Where's my team? Yeah, I'm still going... No, sorry, not Kelleher. 4.5. Should I go Kelleher? If... I'm already taking risks. The season hasn't started and I'm already taking risks. If we get news that Dubravka starts 100% tomorrow, if he's 100% starter, I'll go with this goalkeeping pair. I'll start Kelleher. Oops, he doesn't play. Dubravka plays in his place. Not the end of the world. But I really like Kelleher. I really like him as a goalkeeper. But enough about goalkeepers. That's just not that exciting. Let's move on to something more exciting. So yeah, defensive contributions. I think you're torn, or we're torn between 2 things, because you can't have your cake and eat it too. So either you go for defensive contributions or you go for attacking returns. It's very difficult to go in between. There are not many players or any players at all that excel in defensive contributions and attacking returns. And one thing I like to show every time I have this discussion is, so if we go here and look at the defensive contributions and we look at Lacroix, so he has 34 defensive contributions, right? Okay. He would have had, sorry, last year. And he had a total of 114 points. Let's compare him to the most exciting wingback or fullback in the game. Who's that? I have 1 viewer. Guess who that is. It's pretty obvious. It's Munoz. I'll pretend you said Munoz. That's right, it's Munoz. So if we look at Munoz, or Munoz, should be Munoz by the way. He got a lot of points and a decent amount of defensive contributions, of course. 8 Nuri. Yeah, okay, I guess 8 Nuri as well. Yeah, 8 Nuri and Munoz. Where's 8 Nuri? Hold up. Oh, we're sorting this by DC. Let's look at 8 Nuri. Okay, yeah, it is 8 Nuri. But he played for Wolves and he's playing for City. And he didn't have any defensive contributions. But let's go back. I'm getting somewhere, trust me. Just hold on. So if we look at Lacroix, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. He got 34, right? Let's just focus on this. And where is he? Where's Munoz? Jeez. I lost him already. There he is. He got 14. So add 142 to 14. So 156. 156 total. And he got 4 goals and 6 assists. That's a lot for a fullback. So again, 156. How much did Lacroix get if we add those defensive contributions? 148. So 148 versus 156. So that's 8 points difference across the entire season. This is how much, you know, defensive contributions mean. That's the thing. And defensive contributions are not necessarily easier to predict, but they're more replicable. They're more likely to happen again. Whereas Munoz, of course, he attacks a lot. He runs down that wing. Similar to Ait Nouri, similar to all these kind of fullbacks. But, you know, they have to be a little fortunate. And, you know, not hit the post, get in the right position, all that stuff. Whereas defensive contributions, you're more likely to get, or you're more likely to know when you're gonna get those. So yeah, I just proved to you guys, Lacroix would have gotten the same amount of points as Munoz, even though Munoz was insanely more popular. Granted, Lacroix, he did get a goal and 2 assists, to be fair. Yeah, goal, 2 assists. And he played 35 games. Munoz, I think, played 37. So Munoz played more even. So if you take those 4 points away, they're actually equal, literally. And Munoz had to literally get, 4 goals, 6 assists to get there. Which he could very well do again. But if Eze leaves, I know, I mean, Eze is that engine in the midfield. That, you know, creative engine, not necessarily an engine in itself. So yeah, if Eze leaves, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'd rather get Lacroix and see what happens. Even Chris Richards did a good job. EO, it should be. Wait, where's EO? Oh, you mean in general what EO means? EO means effective ownership. Essentially, it's the percentage of people that own a player. So, for example, I'll show you real quick. So if we go here, let's look at Salah. He has 53%. But then let's say every single person captains him. So technically his effective ownership would be 106.6%. That's the effective ownership, if I understood it correctly. But yeah, going back to this, I know I spent a lot on talking about these defenders, but all I'm saying is you can't have your cake and eat it too. You have to choose. Either you want defensive contributions or you want those attacking returns. And what's more exciting? Of course, the attacking returns are way more exciting. But what's safer? It's that defensive contributions. That's why I've gone for both. I've gone for Murillo, who should be safe for contributions, and I've gone for Porro, who has set pieces. Guys, set pieces are super important. Like I mentioned earlier, he took that free kick against PSG and he almost scored. It was very, very close. Yeah, so I'm very happy with Porro. And Rodon and Richards. And these are players that are going to get defensive contributions. Not necessarily Rodon, I don't intend to play him. But Richards could do quite well when the fixtures turn for Crystal Palace. And we got Diouf as well, super attacking. So my team is kind of a mixture here. Ait Nouri or Cucurella for first 7 game weeks. 7 game weeks. I mean, let's look. So Chelsea, Crystal Palace, West Ham. So this is Chelsea right here. Actually, it's cleaner if I look at this one. Crystal Palace, West Ham away, Fulham home, Brentford away, United away, Brighton at home. Yeah, and Cucurella attacks quite a lot. I really like him. And Chelsea's defense looks good even without Colwill. Versus Ait Nouri. I mean, I haven't seen much of Ait Nouri with City. It's very tight. I'd go Cucurella because he's guaranteed minutes. Nobody's taking that left back spot from him. Nobody. I mean, they have as good of fixtures as City. If anything, they have better fixtures because City have Arsenal away, right? Sorry, Chelsea have better fixtures because City have Arsenal away. And Cucurella is guaranteed. I think just go for Cucurella if you want to spend that 6 million. But yeah, guys, that's it for defense for my team. In terms of midfield, again, I've already explained why I think Gakpo is the better choice out of Gakpo and Wirtz. Long term is Wirtz, 100%. Short term, without Isak, is Gakpo. Fernandes is, I think, the only player out of the very attacking players that gets defensive contributions. He had 11 cases or instances of defensive contributions, which is, of course, 11 times 2 is 22 points. Take Hoover, Wolves defense 4.0. I mean, wait, is he a starter? Let's check. Where is it? So this is Fantasy Football Scout, by the way, everybody. I really like the website. I'm a subscriber. Hopefully, again, they allow. I mean, they let me use this page because, of course, this is public, but it's not. I'm not sure if they let me show this stuff on a live stream. But yeah, they could comment and tell me not to do it if they want to. Yeah, Hoover. Oh, okay. He's a right wing back. I mean, I know about Hoover. I just never paid him any attention because it's Wolves and they start against City, so obviously I haven't really looked at him. How did he do in preseason? By the way, this as well, I don't think I can show you guys. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm allowed. I'm not sure. Yeah, he 35 minutes, 62 minutes, 81, 45, 81. Yeah, he's gonna start. He's gonna start against City. He's a starter. But yeah, why not just get Rodon and just because he played 46 games last year, whereas Hover is a new. Hold up, let's look at Hover. FB Ref. Let's see what's so special about Hover. Kiana Hover. All right. So you got a goal and 2 assists in like 90 minutes. Hopefully you guys can see this stuff. So I'm looking, I'll try to highlight what I'm looking at. So this is his last season. Oh, I could just click on it. Okay, cool. So this is his last season. He started 26 times. He got 1 goal, 2 assists. Oops. So if we go to the right and look at his non-penalty XG plus expected assists per 90, 0.13. That's actually not too bad. But again, is he gonna play all the games? You know, he's a quite a good shout. Is he a starter? That's the question. Why hasn't anybody? I haven't seen a single content creator mention him. I mean, I'm content creating myself, but trust me, I've spent hours and hours and hours and hours looking at this stuff, and not once have I thought about Hoover. And our friend Foremy FC just suggested him, and he's a right wing back. And yeah, and Wolves' fixtures are actually quite amazing. So if we sort by difficulty, they're third. And if you just bench them, let's say game week 1, Wolves have the best fixtures in the first 10 game weeks, if you ignore City. Fantasy Football Scout mentioned him in tweet weeks back. Yeah, I missed that one. Not that much on Twitter. But yeah, like in terms of like the videos, the content creators like you know, Focal, Andy from Let's Talk FPL, Brass. I can mention all like 10, 20 of them that I watched. None of them mentioned him, surprisingly. But yeah, they have amazing fixtures. I hate rethinking things. But that's the beauty about this. That's the beauty of this stream. It's like you guys can suggest things and you can share your ideas, and then I tear up my draft and do it again. No, I'm 100%. I'll tell you which players I'm 100% on. Literally, these 4: Palmer, Salah, Gakpo, Fernandez, 100% not going away. Watkins, 100% not going anywhere. Gu not going anywhere because he's cheap and he's going to be on the bench. So you got these 5, 6. So Fulkrug not sure. Reinders not sure. Murillo, Pedro, Richards are 100%. Dubravka's 100%. And I might keep Kelleher if Dubravka plays this weekend. I just need to listen to the press conferences. Who are his threatened starting 11? Okay. Alright, for me. Let's see. Who are the threats? It's a good question. I mean, they have a lot of defenders. I'm just not sure. Is Bueno a right back? I remember him playing as a right back when he played for... Who did he play for? Or was it Wolves? I remember he played maybe for another team. Wait, I can find out. What am I doing? Oh no, I can't find out. I'll find out here. But I think he's a right back, no? Santiago Bueno? Yeah, he's a right back. So, oh, he's a center back. Right, okay. Who did he play for? Just want to make sure. Corona. Yeah. Where were we? Who are the threats? Doherty or Doherty? Just quickly, when are you planning on using free hit? Free hit, if I go with this team... I mean, it's an interesting question. Let's go use this one. This one's better. So, I'm planning to wildcard on 13, so definitely using the free hit before then, I would think. Why is it jumping around like this? Alright, let's just do this thing. And the reason I'm going to use it before 13, because once I get to 13 and wildcard, I'll have Liverpool and City. Like 6 players from Liverpool and City, and there's just so much green, even maybe Bournemouth, whatever. So I'll have a team that I'll be happy with till 19. See, from 13 to 19, look at these fixtures. Liverpool and City. It's golden. So I'm definitely not going to need it by then. So the question is, between game week 2 and game week 12 or 13, that's the real question. And it's not easy to answer. I think I'd use it either 6 when Crystal Palace have a tough game, because I'll have Richards, I'll have... Who else do I have at that point? I mean, I can just do this. I can check. So Richards... No, not Sarr. So this was my very old draft, guys. That's what you're looking at right now. Reinders. No, Gyökeres wasn't in my draft. Oh, I see what I just did. See what I just did. Doesn't matter. Hold up. Game week 6. Let's just reset. Okay. So, keep Watkins. This becomes... I'm planning to get Pedro, so let's just put Pedro for now. Gakpo, yeah, Reinders. Of course, I would have made transfers by then, by the way. But let's just assume. Not Anderson, Diouf. Who could become Anderson? Rodon, Guigan, Kelleher, Dubravka. Here. Van de Ven, nope. Poro. Yeah, so this is my game week 6. Does it look bad? No, it looks amazing. No, so it's not 6. Callan, I don't know. That's it's a difficult question. I haven't seen any of the other content creators settle on a week except Brass. Brass keeps mentioning 6. That's why that's the first thing that came up in my head, because Man City play home to Burnley, so you can just captain Haaland. And Liverpool play away to Crystal Palace, and we saw how that went. So, or you could just keep it for a rainy day. You never know when you get multiple injuries and stuff, and you just play it. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush with the free hit, honestly. I'll see how the weeks go, who plays well, who doesn't play well. Yeah, it's very hard to tell. The more difficult question is, when do you play your bench boost? See, that's a more difficult question. But before I get to that question, let's go back to Oremi's question about who's the threat for Hoover. I'm playing devil's advocate here because if you win this argument, then the question becomes, well, why don't I just do this? Because if you convince me, then I should be doing this. Otherwise, I'm being stubborn for no reason. Doherty, though, yeah, I remember saying Doherty. Doherty is a right wing back, right? So he could take minutes. And last year he played 2,100 minutes. So he could very easily play there. I'm just not sure where the others play exactly. Yeah, and Hoover's new to the league. Well, not necessarily new, but like... But what happened 23, 24, 24, 25? Let me see. Championship, right? Yeah, Stoke. Championship. Yeah. But let me show you Rodon. Let me tell you. By the way, Rodon's never gonna see my team ever. But on the off chance something happens to one of my players or 3 players, whatever, then he can come in. But look at this. Look at this beauty. He's useless, but he's useful in the sense that you can rely on him. He played almost every single minute of the 46 games in the championship. That's 46 games, not 38 like we have in the Premier League. And for that 5th spot, I really want someone that I can rely on for minutes. Behold could take Rodon's place. I thought about Behold, but why wouldn't he take Stork's place? Why would he take the player that played 46 games last year? I hate you guys. Now you're making me think about Rodon. I want to spend this, like, my time on the stream to think about how I can get to Pedro, because I'm missing 0.5. And now you guys are messing with my head. And we're talking, we've spent like 5 or 10 minutes discussing the 4.0 defender. That's how difficult the game is this year. Imagine. We're spending all our time on the, you know, 3rd bench player, which is crazy to me. But yeah, Behold can take. He definitely can take Rodon's place. Because they just bought him from Atlanta, I think. And Stroik has to play. It's not like Rodon's gonna play forever. You're right, for me. You've done your research. You've done your homework. Gudmundsson? What about Gudmundsson? Wait, let's see. Leeds transfer market. I just want a player that plays every single game of the year. That's all I'm asking for. Is that a lot? Is that a lot to ask for? So if we go here, go to transfers. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can see this. Current season's transfers. So who did they buy? They got Behold center back. Oh, they bought Gudmundsson is the new player. Okay, and for 11 million. But then why don't I just get Behold or Bijol, however you say his name, Bijol. Yeah, I can see. They bought him from Lille for 11 million, and they bought Bijol or Bijol. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing his name correctly. From Udinese. And he's only suspended for 1 game because he carried that from, I think, Serie A. So what do you think? Do you think... I know what you think. You think go for Hoover. But I mean, between Behold and Gudmundsson, because Gudmundsson is never going to get anything, I think. I've seen his statistics and they don't look that exciting. Behold, he's 190. I mean, let's look at him. Yaka Bijol. Yeah, 190 centimeters. And he's good on these, so he averages like 8 or 9 defensive contributions. And yeah, he scored 1 goal, I guess. That's not too bad. Yeah, he's scored a lot of goals in the past. And I mean, there's no point looking at his expected goal. What's it called? Yeah, it's gonna be low. Should I just get Gudmundsson? I think I've spent too much time on this. Let me just get Gudmundsson, and that's basically what everybody else is going for anyways. I don't want to think about this too much. Because this player is never going to play anyways for me. It's going to be like this or something. I mean, he is going to play when I bench boost. And yeah, I wanted to go back to the bench boost discussion. Bench boost. When should we bench boost? It's very tricky, my friend. It's very, very tricky. Because to bench boost, you need to have your bench players have good games. And if we look here, and I'm definitely not bench boosting in Gameweek 1 or Gameweek 2, bench boost or later. Yeah, that's what we're discussing right now. So I wanted to bench boost Gameweek 1. I really, really wanted to. But Gu is not starting, most likely. Dubravka might not play. Like it's already too risky. You know what I mean? Like I'm not feeling comfortable about that bench boost one, even though I really wanted to play it and get it out of the way. I really wanted to play it, but... So I'll show you what I had before I changed my mind, so I'll show you. I had this. So... I'll make the transfer and I'll change it back. So I had Perot, Goodmanson, and you know, they have Everton have quite a few injuries, so I thought, okay, Perot will do well. I only play him the first game week and then just forget about him, you know what I mean? And then I didn't have Richards, I had somebody else, maybe Van de Ven. So I'll just put him back just so we could have a look at what it looks like. Bournemouth Evanilson looks better in form in preseason than betting against content creator Strand Larson. Thoughts? I don't like Strand Larson. I don't even know why he's such a good pick. I don't think he's a good pick, in my opinion. Even with penalties. We're not even sure if that he has penalties, by the way. Evanilson is better. I'll get to that in a second. Let's just first go over the bench boost thing. So, this is what I was going to do. And come on, this looks beautiful. This looks beautiful. You can't tell me this doesn't look beautiful. It's just this Dubravka messed it up. Unless tomorrow they say he's okay, I'll think about it quite a lot. If Dubravka starts game week 1 and Gu plays 30 minutes, is it worth just using it in game week 2 with Dubravka, Gu, and 4.5 defender with a good fixture? Who does Sunderland have? Game week 2. Brentford at home? Yeah. Yeah. So let me go through this again. Gu, Estev, Dubravka, and Burnley. Who do Burnley have? I think they have an easy... Oh, it is Sun... Oh, they're playing against each other. Yeah. No, that's absolutely... That's actually something I might do as well, by the way. So... No, it's a good plan. It's a good plan to have. If Gu plays 30 minutes. If he looks like he might start that game, then it looks good. But think about it, like, how many points are we expecting from bench boost anyways? I mentioned this in my previous videos. It's maybe 10 points. Like, if somebody were to give you 10 or 11 points right now, this second, and you know, you lose that bench boost, I'm happy. Give me 11 points and I'm happy to get rid of that bench boost. Bench boost 1, of course. The other bench boost, we can use it when there's a double game week and stuff. But bench boost 1, I'm more than happy to lose it for 10 points. It will affect Spurs players. Yeah, but come on, it's just Poro. So let's go through this. Let's go through this. Where is he? Estev. And who's the 4.5 with a good fixture? So if we look at these fixtures, but also the 4.5 should have good fixtures on the long term. I was gonna say Anderson, but then I saw Man City. So it's, wait, what am I looking at? Oops. 1 second. Okay, yeah, now we're looking at the correct ones. I was looking at the wrong fixtures. Sorry, guys. Okay. Who has a good fixture? Take Agbadu or Hoover. Alright, 1 second. But Agbadu or Hoover... Wait, who's saying that? I'm just checking who asked for that bench boost team. Okay, let me first answer Callan, because he's asking about the bench boost game week 2. He said Richards or Dorgu will be your pick. Okay, Richards has... Forest at home. You know what? I'm sold. That's actually a very good shout. That's actually a very good shout, because that's almost what I'm doing. Like, I already had Richards. And let's go get Gu. I think we were told that's how to pronounce the name. So let's do this. And let's go here. Let's go... Let me just fix this real quick. Murillo. Do you... we said Richards. Again, guys, you're looking at like a past version of my team. not Peru. You. Steve. Oro. Oro is like a wing back. Doesn't matter if we play him against what's it called? City. So you're saying bench boost game week 2. Let me undo the bench boost here. And let's just use it here. So who would be our worst players in this team? Technically, like. So Dubravka, Stev against Sunderland, and you. So you're basically saying like, let's play them against each other. If you scores, if he starts and scores, well, that's like a 9-pointer, and these two would get like 2 and 2. So that's already like 13. That's crazy, by the way, for a bench boost. And then Diouf is like another player that we'll hope gets points. Or if you want to pretend, you know, Poro's on the bench. Because technically he has a worse fixture than Diouf, if you think about it. You know what? This looks very nice. This looks very, very nice. I really like it. Bench boost game week 2. I think Colin, I think you've convinced me to consider it. Like, I'm not gonna 100% go for it, but like I think it looks good. Why take West Ham player in game week 2 versus? Yeah, no, Diouf I might change. But the thing is, I don't want to spend transfers. I'm gonna be banking transfers. So whoever I choose for game week 1 will stay with me till game week 2. So if we go back here, where is it? So like, who are you willing to play in game week 2? I need a 4.5. Dorgu away to Fulham. But see, Diouf is like a wingback. That's why I'm not really that worried about him. Does that make sense? Diouf is like, he's a left wing back, so he could play against Chelsea. Maatsen or Konsa. Konsa is a center back that doesn't get defensive contributions, which is crazy to me because apparently all the center backs get the defensive contributions except Konsa. I was so shocked when I saw this. So if we go here and just try to find him, does it show up on the stream? Yeah, it does. Okay, look, Konsa had 2 defensive contributions in 33 starts. How does that even happen? Were they keeping 100% of the possession? Oh, I don't know. I swear I thought this was a mistake when they first announced it. But whatever. Maatsen. No. The 4.5 should be nailed. You're gonna need him throughout the first 13 game weeks. You gotta be sure. So Konsa, no. Maatsen, no. In my opinion. They're not the best choices. There's gotta be somebody better. By the way, the bench boost doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I keep saying this. So even if you played Youth against Chelsea, what's the big deal? He's at home. He's more of a winger. You just pray he gets some sort of attacking return, which is not the end of the world. And in his first game is Sunderland away, which is quite a good game in my opinion. I think we shouldn't be fixated on getting like the perfect bench. You're never gonna get the perfect bench with the prices we're having to pay for Salah for these premiums. So the best thing to do, in my opinion, is just unless you go for Senesi, for example. But I don't trust Bournemouth's defense. They've lost the Huijsen, they've lost Zabarni, Kerkez, what's his name? Kepa. That's 4 out of the 5 back line. So I'm not going there. Where's Fulham? Fulham have United, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't mind. I can go for Anderson. Which one do you prefer? Amir! My friend from school. When we were in high school. Yes, Amr, that's me. Agbadu. Yeah, but I mean, who do Wolves play? Away to Bournemouth? I don't know, I'm not sure, man. Because Bournemouth maybe have lost some of their defensive players, but there's still quality up top with Semenyo and all the other guys. Nice to see you, Amr. I know it's very unexpected. Yeah. I just started this channel just because I love playing Fantasy Premier League, and I thought why not make content, and I finished quite high last year, so I thought just go for it. Yeah, and I'm having fun. Hopefully you're doing all right. It's weird speaking in English to you, but yeah, here we are. But going back to I mean Agbadu, yeah, Wolves. Yeah, thanks, Hammer. Thanks so much. Agbadu, I'm not quite sure, man. Like Bournemouth, yeah, it's very good offense. So I might not go there at all. Asnu 4.5, Everton, yeah, but when Mikalenko comes back, you're toast. So again, you want those players that are gonna stay with you for the long run. You know what I mean? Murillo, Ndi, or Rogers, Williams for first. Wait, what? Murillo, Ndi, or Rogers? Oh, Murillo, Ndi, or Rogers, Williams. A lot of people are big on Williams, but like, I mean, I need to check his statistics. 1 second. Why is everybody so big on Williams? I know he's cheaper, so he's half a mil cheaper, but goal and 3 assists. He's assured to start. Like, I know he's nailed down that right wing back role or right back role. I don't know. I just Nottingham basically look at their games. They have 1 goal in 7 games. Yeah, Dewsbury Hall is gonna be a good choice. I think that's why I need 1 more million. I need I need half a million to go from Fulkrug to a 7.5, and I'm trying my hardest to find that half, and I can't think of any other player except Reinders to sacrifice. And I really like Dewsbury Hall, but am I going to be playing him week in, week out? Because if I do this, my problems are solved. I can get João Pedro done. This is a team I'm happy to go in with, like into game week 1. But Dewsbury Hall, he's a quality player. It's just something feels off. I don't know what it is. Plus, I'm also worried about Grealish coming in. Is he going to take minutes off of Dewsbury Hall? Yeah, I know Ndi is on penalties and plays. But where am I going to get that money from? Because we don't have a lot of good strikers this year. All the good strikers are priced 7.5 and above. Yeah, Fulkrug is good for game week 1, but then I'm not that interested. Strand Larson, I'm also not that interested in at 6.5. Even though he has good fixtures. I mean, I can just go here. Strand Larson. I checked his statistics, and I watched him last year. I don't even need to check the numbers, and he never impressed me at all. Yeah, even with Celta Vigo, 13 goals and 31 starts. I mean, he's good. He's okay. It's just there are so much there's a lot of better strikers out there than our boy Strand Larson. Solanke, yeah, Solanke is a good choice. I think he starts against Burnley. Yeah, but you're proving my point. You're proving my point. 7.5 is the price point to go for. Because you can move from Pedro. Let's say I change my mind right now and I want Solanke. Easy. They're the same price. Let's say Sesko, you know, happens to be a beast and, you know, like United hit the ground running. Then I'll go to Sesko. Mateta as well when they're after their first 3 game weeks. Because if you look at the first 3 game weeks, you got where's Palace? Chelsea away, Forest at home, Villa away. So these are good defenses. That's why I haven't gone for Mateta yet. But look at this. So Sunderland, West Ham. Let's say you free hit game week 6. Actually, it's still tricky if you think about it. It's Arsenal away, Everton away. Those are tricky fixtures defensively. or offensively for Crystal Palace. They're not going to score that many, I think, against these teams. But my point being is, all the good strikers are at either 9 million in Watkins and, what's his face? Gyökeres, or the 7.5 price point. You got Solanke, Pedro, and Sesko, Mateta. Whoever does well, basically, you can easily switch. But if Strand Larsen doesn't do well, what are you supposed to do? There's nobody else at that price point. Definitely not Welbeck. I mean, let's check. So if we go forwards, sort by... Oh, Raul. There's Raul. But that's one. And then who else? What are your options, essentially? Yeah, 6.5 is looking quite dry, my friend. Looking very, very dry. But yeah, Raul, actually, I forgot about him. 12 goals. And Muniz is leaving, I think. Let me see. Muniz. Yeah, to Leeds or... I heard he's going somewhere else, though. Definitely not Man United. This is bullshit. Don't listen to this. He's going somewhere, though, and he's not staying at Leeds. Sorry, at Fulham. So if we go back here... No, not here. Here. Let's look at his numbers. Or can we compare? Is it here? No. Yeah, Raul Jimenez. See, Raul pre-head injury was a beast. Post-head injury, not so much. So yeah, this is pre-head injury. Look at this beauty. 17 goals, 6 assists. Oh my god, what a player he was. I used to have him, like, he was permanently in my team those 2 seasons. And then he got the head injury, and then the rest is history. He did improve, though, last year. But he's 33 now. I don't know if he's going to regress a little bit. And if we look at his XGI... it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's see how he performed in the preseason. Fulham. Did he play? Where is he? Raul. Yeah, he got 190. Oh, he scored 2 goals. And so the only game he played in preseason, he scored 2 goals. Am I really thinking about Jimenez now? Nobody even suggested it. I just thought of him because I was trying to think of sideways moves if you had Strand Larsen and you had to pick another 6.5, and he's the only name that popped up, and genuinely I think he might be a good choice because if you look at the fixtures, Fulham have decent fixtures. Let's look at them here. Brighton, oh, do they have decent fixtures? Brighton away is good. United, I'm a United supporter, that's why, so I'm pretty biased, but like, taking that bias aside, putting it aside, I think, yeah, we're not the most, you know, compact defense. So you could score against United, especially at home. Away to Chelsea is a bit tricky, but then home to Leeds, home to Brentford. Yeah, I mean, Raul's also an option. He's on pens, he's on... Yeah, so now I'm thinking about Raul. Jesus, I can't settle on anybody. It's so tricky this year. So tricky. But yeah, going back to that Dewsbury Hall suggestion. It's a good suggestion. I think his numbers are quite good. Does he get defensive contribution points? Is he good for that, though? I'm not sure. I think he's more of an attacking midfielder. But yeah, this is what worries me, because he played like 2,300 minutes here, 2,100 minutes here. And all he got is 2 goals and 3 assists. So unless he's also racking up those defensive contributions, I find it quite hard to stick with him. That's the only dilemma right here. He can do both. Check the stats. keep jumping back to these stats. As if they're magically going to tell me what's going to happen. But they're a good indicator. Yeah, I mean his numbers are terrible when it comes to defense, but they're crazy good. They're crazy good when it comes to offense. He's in the 99th percentile for almost everything. Is he that good though? Why? Hold up. So is this domestic leagues? Let's do all competitions. Oh, okay, that's too many. That's too much information. Let's just go back to domestic leagues. Okay. So Luton Town Championship, he played almost 36 games. He got 3 goals, 6 assists. Then he was 21 years old though, so it's fine. 22, he moves to Leicester Premier League, 1 goal, 2 assists in 23. Year after, he gets 2 goals, 2 assists in 25 games, roughly. And then when he goes back to the championship, he gets 12 goals, 14 assists. But is this because he matured? Or is this because he's playing the championship? I think it's because he's playing the championship. The thing is, he will play a bit deeper, so he will get DEFCON. And the guy is a playmaker on set pieces. You can see it as a cheap. I know. You're right. You're 100% right. That's why I'm thinking of him. Especially because he's 5 million. You shouldn't be expecting that many like insane returns from a 5 million. So even if he gets 1 goal or assist every 3 games, or even every 4 games, if you think about it, that'll be good. Especially if he also gets defensive contributions, then by all means. Do they count recoveries here? Because I think if they did, so let me load this again. Just wondering. Yeah, they don't count recoveries because for example, Fernandez, he would also have low numbers here, by the way, but he'd have very, very high recoveries. And that's where the midfielders get their defensive contribution points from. So, for example, let's look at Fernandez. I think I'm right. Because midfielders, they have to get 12 C-BERT. It's called C-BIT for the defenders and C-BERT for the midfielders. So, yeah, I mean, he has high numbers for tackles, blocks, and clearances. But if you think about it, that's on average 4 or 5. So this is the C-BIT, C-B-I-T. And if you add these numbers up, you get 4, roughly 5. So where's he getting the other 7 from? He's getting them from recoveries, which I don't know why they don't add it over here. That would have been so helpful. But if you scroll down, we should be seeing it somewhere. Where is it? Shooting. Wait, hold up. Let me scroll down. Defensive actions. Recoveries. Okay, they don't show recoveries, so how are we supposed to know? Doesn't matter, I guess. But he has a lot of them, and I think Dewsbury Hall would have to do the same thing. He'd have to recover the ball quite a lot. But let me just go back quickly to this. How will Everton line up? So, O'Brien, Tarkovsky, Keane. Did they update this today? No, that was yesterday, which is fine, I guess. So yeah, Asnu, Keane, Tarkovsky, O'Brien, and then Garner, Gay, Dewsbury Hall, Alcaraz, Beto, Di. And let's say Grealish comes in. Who's gonna give way? Alcaraz? Are Everton really gonna improve that much? Again, I think it doesn't matter. I think I'm thinking about it way too much. I can just leave him and hope for the best. I don't even have to play him. I can just play 4 defenders. Tyler Adams, 5 mil, grade DEFCON. Tyler Adams. Bournemouth. Yeah. He played 21 games last year, but I think he got injured for a while. But the thing is, if I'm spending 5 million on Adams, why not go for Anderson or Reinders? That's the thing. I'm only 0.5 short. If I had an extra 0.5, that's it. I'm done. My team's like ready to go. But for the time being, let's just do this. Come on, this looks nice. This is a nice team. Let's move this guy here. I'd rather Richards against Chelsea than Steph against Spurs. It wouldn't matter, actually. It doesn't matter. And then if we look at game week 2, so let's go back here. Steph, Poro. This is game week 2. So let's go back to game week 1. Yeah, I'm gonna change Kelleher. It's not unless we get like a clear answer on Dubravka tomorrow, then I'll just stick with Kelleher. Which is crazy, I know. Like, why would you play a keeper that has risky minutes? But he doesn't, because the manager said he's okay. He's just touch and go, so he should be good. At worst, he just plays the second game week. I just really love Kelleher. If you've watched him with Liverpool, if you saw him last year, he's a quality keeper. He's a very, very good goalkeeper. Where were we? Dewsbury. So let's go to game week 2. How does this look? Yeah, that's a good bench boost. How is Verbruggen and Perry? Who's Perry? Perry, is that like the backup goalkeeper? Because no, the backup is Steele from Brighton. But yeah, look, this is a quality, I would think, team for game week 2. Especially the bench. I mean, depends on who you prefer, but like it's the same thing, right? But yeah, if I do switch over to Verbruggen, which is most likely because it might be crazy to go for Kelleher. Yeah, it still looks nice for game week 2. Away to Everton. But yeah, guys, I think we're almost there. I think we're almost there. Perry is Leeds goalkeeper. He's first choice. Yeah, but come on. You want some clean sheets. Are Leeds going to get those clean sheets? Away to Arsenal second game. I mean, which is fine, because when it comes to keepers, I don't tend to really like worry about them, even when they play against a tough team, because they could just, you know, rack up those saves and it's all Gucci. So it's not the end of the world, honestly. Plus, you never know. The other team gets the penalty, the keeper saves it, then you're sitting on cloud 9. Fabio Carvalho could be a 5 million option. Fabio, from Brentford, right? Because he's gonna take Mbeumo's spot, I think. Let's see. Guys, if you can please just like the stream if that's possible, if I'm not asking too much, it'll really help me out and go a long way. I know, like I've just started with all this content creation stuff, but yeah, that's why I need all the help I can get, you know? I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's go back to Carvalho. By the way, where are you guys from, Colin and Foremi? Because currently I'm in the UK personally. I know I don't sound like I'm from the UK, but I'm there at the moment. Finland, nice. Nice. The Nordics. Finland. I'm your new... Oh, thanks. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Finland. Yeah, I remember Teemu Pukki. India. Yes, India. I love India. I love the Indian cuisine, especially. There's a restaurant that's just opened next to us. I forgot what it's called, but I tried the chicken. What's it called? Chicken biryani. It was amazing. Yeah, I love Indian the Indian cuisine. Not chicken biryani. What's it? Oh, I forgot the dish. I told the waiter to surprise me. That's the thing, and then he brought over A dish. Oh my god. I don't know. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, it was quality food. Yeah, Finland. I remember when we had Teemu Pukki in the game. Oh my god, what a player he was. What a player he was. Butter chicken. How do I forget butter chicken? Yeah, exactly. It was butter chicken. It was a little bit sweet. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be sweet, if it's sweet back in India, or if they make it sweet in London, because maybe people can't handle the spices just as well. I think they might make it, like one of my colleagues said, oh, it's a bit sweeter or something. It's not supposed to be that sweet. I don't know. I think I'm digressing quite a bit here. But yeah, let's go back to the fantasy stuff. By the way, guys, what does your team look like? I'm genuinely interested, because you guys have given me like quite a good you know, suggestions here and there, so I'm interested in seeing your guys' team. I'll let you guys take your time typing it in. I'll continue just talking. But yeah, this looks like the team, boys. This looks like the team. I mean, I know you guys are gonna complain about this, so let me just do this so I stop hearing about it. There. All right, for Remy, my team at the moment: Sanchez, Dubravka, Murillo, Poro, Nico Williams, Konsa, Stev, Salah, Palmer, Fernandez, and Diay, Elliot Anderson, Watkins, Evanilson, Mark Gu. Then game week 3, bring in Richard, Sarmateta. Wow, going for that triple up. Let me see. Crystal Palace away to Villa, or do you mean game week 4? I mean, Villa. You can still bring in the. Who did you say? Richard, Sar, Mateta. You can still bring in like one of Mateta or Sar against Villa. I guess that still works. But yeah, your team looks quality. Game week 4, yeah. See, I knew it. But like Konsa is the only one. If I had to nitpick and like had to pick one player that I dislike in your team, it's Konsa. I'm sorry, my friend. He might. I hope he does. I hope you don't change him and then he does amazing things, which I don't think he will. But it's the only player I'm not like that excited about. The rest of your team looks amazing. Elliot Anderson is a very safe choice and is one that I might go for myself. CS potential. Do I see CS? I mean, I guess Newcastle without Isak. Yeah, maybe. Brentford away. I don't trust Brentford's attack, so I see it there as well. Crystal Palace is tricky. Everton, they're not the best attack, so it's fine. But yeah, Sunderland is a good game. Burnley is a good game. Fulham, I'm not sure if, like, how have Fulham done? Like, how have they managed this preseason? Are they really like? Are they scoring, or are they playing well? What's going on with Fulham? I never paid them any attention. Fulham is like that team that you forget about during the season. Like, you know they're there, and they're always between like 8th and 15th or something. They're like your standard midfield or mid-table team that nobody ever thinks about, except when you're going for Anderson and center back. So, but like nobody pays attention to their forwards. Wow, but they had a good preseason, you know, 3-1, 4-2, 1, 3 wins. One of them against Forest. Forest is a very good defense. Did they play their starting lineup though? No. Wait, is that Forest? Yeah. No. Sinclair, who's that? DeCarmo, who's that? Yair. Yeah, this game doesn't count, guys. This game doesn't count. Look at this. Who are these players? I know Yates. I know Jota Silva, Taiwo Wani. Yeah, no, this game doesn't count, boys. This game does not count. So I can't tell if Fulham are good or not actually from this. All right, Collins in with this team. He says Sanchez, Dubravka. All right, Cucurella. Okay, you have you on Chelsea. Morella, Van de Ven, Dorgu, Estev, Salah, Palmer, Gakpo, Rogers, Rutter. That's interesting. Watkins, Solanke, Gu. Rogers, is he fit? Are you sure Rogers is gonna play? Let's check out Rodgers. Oh, I'm just looking at my phone. McAtee is leaving City. That's not really that important. Rodgers, what is this? Morgan Rodgers. Sorry, guys. Morgan Rodgers. What's the news? Agree. Morgan Rodgers was injured in Villa's game. Yeah, we know that. We know that. Why can't they just say if he's... Okay, we're gonna have to wait for tomorrow to check on Rodgers. What is this website, anyways? I'm following FPL Harry, FPL Fan. You mean Fran? Or I don't know Fan. I know Fran. FPL Gallagher. I don't know about Gallagher. FPL Focal. You know, I actually met FPL Focal. We actually played a football tournament, which we won in real life in London. So there's this the content creators. What's their name? FPL Juice. FPL Juice. So they hosted this football tournament, 5-a-side, and all the content creators were there, or most of them at least. And yeah, I joined the FPL Focal team and we won. It was such a good day. He's featured in training. FPL Harry posted. Oh, did he? Okay. Okay, so Rodgers is back. Interesting. So let me look at the team again. So Rodgers, Reuter's an interesting pick. I haven't thought about Reuter. Who are you missing out on? Let me see. Okay, you're going heavy at the back with Cucurella. Maybe that's it. But no, not that heavy actually. Gakpo. Oh, you're also on that Gakpo train. See, a lot of people aren't going for Gakpo for some reason. They're all sleeping on Gakpo. My boy Gakpo is gonna do so good in my opinion. Unless Isak joins, then he's gonna ruin the party. But hey, first 3 game weeks he'll be fine, so don't worry about him. But yeah, your team looks solid, and I can tell you're also going for that game week 2 bench boost. If I had to nitpick, actually, it's pretty good. I mean, Reuter is the only strange name. Doesn't mean it's a bad name. It's just I haven't seen him mentioned quite that often, so maybe that's why I'm not. What's it called? That's why he stands out a little bit. But if we go to Brighton, just to take a look. Reuter, where are you, Reuter? Jorginho, right? Yeah. 5 goals, 6 assists. 1600 minutes. Amir, Pickford, Dubravka. Oh, Pickford. Oh my god. This is the first Pickford I've seen. Pickford, Dubravka, Ait Nouri, Porro, Milinkovic. Very heavy at the back. Which is good, because this year they have higher floor. Dorgu, Reinildo. Reinildo's that 4.0 from Sunderland, I think. Salah, Mbuemo, Reinders, Sarr, Dewsbury Hall, Watkins, Gyökeres. Whoa. How does that even work? Okay, so no Palmer. Which is fine, I guess. Palmer's 10.5. And you trust Mbuemo. I don't remember you being a United fan. That's the thing. Wait, let me guess. You were so Amir was in my high school. That's why we know each other, but I'm trying to remember what team he supported. Amir. If I remember, that would be crazy, right? I swear something Italian. Something Italian, maybe. I know we had a friend called Ahmad Nassar, and he supported Juventus. And you maybe supported Inter Milan or something? That would be crazy if I remember. I don't know. But you sound like a United fan. If you have Mbuemo in your team, you're the first person maybe ever to have Mbuemo this season. Which is not a bad shout, by the way, because he's also sharing set pieces with Fernandez. Not a bad shot at all. But yeah. I'm trying to remember who you supported back then. For me says, I'm waiting for transfer window to close, then analyze all teams. Yeah, same here. It was Juve. I was so close. I was so close. It was both of you. It was both of you that supported Juve. But see, I remember there was an Italian team. Imagine, it's stuck in my mind. When was this? When were we in school? 2010, 2011? 14 years later, for some reason, I remember you supported an Italian team. Imagine. Mbeumo I just liked for a long time. Think he'll do great. And yeah, no, he did insanely last year. And I swear to God, I had Mbeumo at one point back when the game was released. Especially since he's 8 million. But like, Fernandez is just my favorite player, and he's on penalties, so that's why. But Mbeumo is a very, very good shout. Do you know why, especially this season? Because they don't have Europe. There's no Europe for United. There's no Conference League, no Europa League, no Champions League, of course, no nothing. So if Mbeumo's fit, he's playing. That's it. There's no doubt. And I think we're going to be scoring lots and lots and lots of goals this season, especially with Sesko. The guy's like 190, 195 or something crazy like that. So he's a very easy target to find in the box. But yeah, I really love the team, man. I really, really love the team. Mahmoud Ala, Saka and Bruno or Palmer and Wirtz. I have Salah and João Pedro. Saka and Bruno or Palmer and Wirtz. I have Salah and João Pedro. How? Okay, you don't want to go with Palmer. See, I would go with Palmer. It's very easy, actually. What am I even thinking about? Because if you look at the Arsenal's fixtures right here, United away. Again, I'm not saying United have this amazing defense all of a sudden, but like still, away to United should never be an easy game. Home to Leeds, absolutely, I can't say anything. But then away to Liverpool, home to Forest, who love to sit back and just defend all day long. And then home to City. I know City had a bad defense last year, but that doesn't mean they're going to, suffer as well this year. Especially all the center backs are back. Like, I think none of them are injured anymore, so they have everybody available. And then Newcastle should have sorted out their shit by game week 6. So that's why, I don't know, I'll go Palmer over Saka any day. Especially we're not even sure if Saka has penalties anymore. So yeah, my friend, Palmer and Wirtz, definitely. Furami says, Paqueta, Fulkrug, sure 80 minutes player for game week 1. I mean, Paqueta should be fine, and Fulkrug definitely, because he scored 3 goals in preseason, and I think he played 90 minutes in the last one. So if we go back here, just to have a look at the preseason minutes, and we go to West Ham. Alright. Fulkrug, he played 45 minutes, 72, 45, 70, and then 90. And of course, the most important game we should be looking at is that last game, because that's when they test their the starting lineup that they plan to go through with into game week 1. And yeah, he featured and he played all 90 minutes. That's why I have him as a placeholder instead of João Pedro against Crystal Palace, which still could happen. Like, I still could go Fulkrug and just use a transfer. Wait, why can't I find him? Oh, because I had it on Brighton players. I can still do this, by the way. Sunderland away is a very good fixture, because if you look at Sunderland real quick, I know we shouldn't really look at preseason that much, but it's the only thing we have to look at, so why not? And look at Sunderland. Terrible. They've lost all their games, except the South Shields, which is probably like a 5th division team. So, yes, and he is very clinical. He scores from everywhere and is good with both feet. Yeah. Can't fault you. I mean, let's look at Mbeumo one more time if we go here. By the way, guys, this is such an amazing website for statistics. FBref. You want to use it. They have the same numbers that are used for Fantasy Premier League. The same website. I think they have the same source, which is Opta Stats, maybe. Yeah, powered by Opta. So yeah, same source, but they have obviously way more things. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just telling you, if you wanted, you could check it out. So, Mbeumo. Yeah, the guy is crazy. So, his non-penalty goals, I mean, aside from last year, but he got injured last year quite a bit. He was playing with an injury. So he played 21 games, not last year, sorry, the year before. He got 6 goals and 3 assists. And he's playing for Brentford, who aren't known for their, you know, attacking prowess. So you gotta give him some, cut him some slack. But yeah, 15 non-penalty goals, 5 assists. And if you look at his XGI per 90, non-penalty XG, he has 0.42 from last year, which is very, 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 very good. Very good. Because if we compare him to... Who should I compare him to? Let's compare him to Gakpo. And let's compare him to someone else. Let's choose Verts. Let's choose Verts. Who else should we choose to compare him to? Cunha? Matthias Cunha. I'm just trying to think who else. I think that's good enough for now. So if we compare these 4 players, so look, Buemo, Gakpo, Verts, Cunha, and we're comparing their 2024-25 seasons, which is last season. Let's goals plus assists. Buemo had the highest, obviously. Then Verts, then Cunha, then Gakpo. But remember, Gakpo played only 21 games. Buemo played almost every single second, you know, of the season. So yeah, obviously he should have the highest goals plus assists. But here, if we look at the non-penalty, guys, the non-penalty XG, because Verts and Buemo both lost their penalties to Fernandez and what's his face, Salah, respectively. So look, Buemo scored 5 penalties last year, Verts 2, Cunha 0. Did you not take a penalty in the league? I swear he's taken 1 or something. Whatever. But let's look at the non-penalty XG and expected assists. Cunha is first with 0.57. Gakpo second. Verts third. Buemo fourth. But Buemo was playing for Brentford as a right winger and sometimes right fullback, guys. Sometimes he played in that right, not fullback, sorry, wing back. Sorry, wing back. And Brentford rarely attack. They play very deep and they just play the long ball every single time. Doesn't matter who they're playing against. That's how they play. So I don't know how he even managed to get these goals. Cunha got the best non-penalty XG. But yeah, Cunha was a forward through and through. And everything went through him. So I'm not surprised about this. But yeah, look, they're posting numbers similar to Verts and Gakpo, who cost like 100 million each or something. So it's not wrong to bet on Buemo and Cunha. Saka and... Oh, where did I answer this? Paqueta, yes. My prediction, Man U finishing top 3 behind City and Pool. If I had to make a prediction this year, without being a deluded United fan, without any delusions, this year, who wins the league this year? God, I think Liverpool. As much as I hate to say it, I think Liverpool will get it again. I think they win it all over again. By fine margins. I want to say Arsenal, but I think you guys are going to laugh at me and then unlike the video and never watch me ever again. But if Gyökeres hits the ground running, yeah, I think Arsenal could very well, because that's the missing piece. That's everything they've ever needed is in Gyökeres. That's all they've ever needed. So if he's fit for the entire season and he plays, yeah, I think Arsenal could do it. They have everything they need. I went Pickford because every year I say he's a bad pick. If I could go Pickford right now, if I had an extra million from, I don't know, God just sends me or gives me an extra million in the game, I don't know why, I'll 100% go Pickford. 100 million billion% go Pickford, because I think there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be topping the ranks. So you're 100% right in going with Pickford, Amr. It's just he costs 5.5. That's the only downside. The only downside. But yeah, super. I think he also was first place the year before. And Everton under Moyes, they're very scary. They're a very, very good team. Now watch them get smashed against Leeds. But no, honestly, Everton are a very, very good team. They might regress a little bit at the beginning of the season because they lost Mikalenko and Branthwaite. So they might not be as good defensively just to start the season. But overall, across the entire season, like all 38 game weeks, if you could have Pickford, if you could afford him and you keep him, yeah, I think you don't have to think about it. Just go for it. He's going to be quality the entire season. And remember, they don't have any European games or any of that stuff. That's what scares me. When you pick players from Liverpool, Arsenal, City, you know, the top maybe 8 teams, because there's apparently 8 or 9 Premier League teams in Europe this year, which is very, very annoying for us as fantasy Premier League players, of course, not for the teams. They're probably happy with that. But like, no, they also complain about this. They say like, oh, there's a lot of games, and now Champions League, as you know, is like 8 games in the knockout stage when it was only 6 games. And not only that, now there's also a round of 32. So it's like there's a potential 4 extra games for Champions League teams. So yeah, it's a lot trickier. And that's why I like going for Man United, and that's why I think they will finish top 4. Because not only did they get 3 of the best players in the world, in my opinion, not the 3 best players, but of the best players, you know, they're all world class in my opinion, and especially Mbeumo and Cunha. Sesko is a bit young, so we'll wait. But Mbeumo and Cunha and Fernandes, and no Europe, so all their focus is on that Premier League. I think top 3 is very genuine if they sort out their, you know, defense. And of course, if what's the goalkeeper? If Onana doesn't play, then yeah, maybe top 3 is on the cards. Otherwise, I don't trust Onana at all. Speaking of, by the way, isn't Donnarumma supposed to be leaving and going somewhere? Where is he going? What's the latest news? Man City. Why would Man City? Didn't they just buy Trafford? Bro, if Baleba joins, I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say something like top 2, top 1. If Baleba joins, guys, Baleba is so underrated. I can't even show you the stats. I'm not even sure how to show you the stats. Let me see, because I don't even think the stats do him justice. FB ref. Let's see. Carlos Baleba. 21 years old. Yeah, he has green everywhere. He's in the, you know, high percentiles. Even in like chance creation, tackles. Look at this. Defensive beast. And he's only 20 or 21. Yeah, no, I love Baleba. He's the solution to our problems. What's the latest news on Baleba? Let's see. Yeah, pushing. All they do is push. 50 million. Didn't they ask for 100? Yeah, look. Valued at more than 100. Come on, 100 million. Nobody's paying 100 million for Baleba. Come on. I mean, as much as I love him, 100 mil. They just bought Verts for 100 mil the other day. Come on, be realistic, Brighton. Don't be crazy. It's a lot of money you could be having. Not 100 million, but like they could get 60. I think 60 or 50 they could definitely get from United for such a young player. But yeah, guys, back to Fantasy Premier League. Yeah, this is looking like the team for now. Oh, is it 9:30 already? Oh my god, an hour and a half stream. Should I call it? I think I'll call it for now. Yeah, let's end it right here. That's a good place to end. We've discussed many things today, especially fixing my bench boost headaches, and I think I liked what Was it Callan or Foremi? One of you guys, or both of you actually, convinced me to think about that bench boost game week 2, which I think I'm gonna go for. So let's go and look at it one more time. It's right here. So this is what it would look like, for example. And I think these 3 players, even though they're playing against each other, if Gyu plays that game, of course, but I think these 3 players could get me, come on, they should at least get like 7 or 8 points somehow. If Steph gets 2 defensive contributions, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, for example. That should be the minimum, I think. Like where Burnley concede and Gyu doesn't get anything. And then let's say Diouf does something. I don't know, like that's a 10-point bench, which I like. Again, if you give me 10 points right now, I'll throw away my bench boost. You can buy my bench boost for 10 points right now. I don't care. Foremi just sent a message. He said, "My new game week bench boost draft: Sanchez, Verbruggen." Oh, so you're going for Sanchez and Verbruggen. Okay. Porro, Murillo, Gudmundsson, Esteve, Diouf, Diaye, Paqueta, Mo Salah, Paqueta, Perot as well. Oh, that's game week 1 bench boost. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant game week 2. Esteve away to Spurs. Fernandez, Perot, Fulgurg, Watkins. Yeah, that works. Listen, I think Burnley could do well. I think Esteve could get those 2 defensive contributions against Spurs, and that's 4 points right there. As I just mentioned, even against Sunderland, that's what I'm banking on, by the way. Like him getting some DEFCONs or whatever they're calling them, CBIT points. So that's a good bench boost team. But anyway, let's just end it right there. This is almost most likely my team. Let's show it here. Actually, it's better. Should be it. Unless I get some sort of guarantee that Kelleher plays, I'm going with Verbruggen, the 4.5. Of course, this is not the final team. I'll probably obsess over this until the deadline tomorrow. And I might go live again tomorrow, but I know like it might be just useless because everybody and their mother are going to be live. Like Andy from Let's Talk, what's it called? FPL and everybody. You should make a league. Yeah, I could make a league. Actually, I could make a league right now. Here, let's make a league. Create a league. What should we go? What should we call the league? I'll just call it my name, I guess. Or FPL Hassan. Game week 1. Yeah, let's do this. What are the content creators usually call their leagues? It's just called their name. Is that too what's it called? Showboaty. Or should I call it? I don't know what to call it. Oh my god. Okay, FPL Hassan's league or whatever. Let's FPL Hassan. That's fine. Create. Where is it? Oh, it's a bit ugly. All caps. Okay, anyways. So this is the code. I'll send it in chat. Or is there like a auto? Where's the invite? Sorry guys, 1 second. There's a link usually, like an auto join link, whatever. I'll just send this code. That's the league's code. Yeah. But yeah, guys, so this is the team unless something crazy happens or I decide otherwise. Yeah, I really enjoyed this stream. You guys gave me a lot of ideas. I'm so happy I was able to connect with my old friend, or my friend Amir, who I was in high school with 15 years ago. Oh my god, that's so crazy, man. Yeah, for me, I'm playing this game for 5 seasons but lose hope when my rank goes down. So why, bro? Why? Then have a good motivation to make transfers. Bro, you just keep playing. You just keep going, man. Like it happens to me every single year. Not every single year, but many years where I end up, let's say after game week 6, I end up in the 600k, 700k, 1 mil, 1.5 mil. But that's nothing. If you look at the teams, or look at the ranks for the guys that actually won the league, like won the game, some of them are like top 1 mil top 700k like in the first 3 or 4 game weeks or something. Never lose hope. It's just a game after all, by the way, so just enjoy it. Pick players that I mean, you don't have to look at the statistics all the time. Just pick the players you like, the players you think or you like watching, and that's what matters. If they score, if they get you points, then that's it. Just play for fun, man. Don't stress yourself out. Yeah, that's my only advice when it comes to that. And you're talking to someone who used to stress out quite a lot. I used to be like, fuck this, whatever, like player, he just hit the post or he missed a penalty, whatever. I still do that from time to time, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I've learned to like take it in stride, not to really stress over it, and yeah. And when I did that last year, I swear, I played my game, I played to enjoy the game, and I finished top 10k just like that for the second time. I've done that twice now, which is, I think, an achievement. At least that's what I think. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And by the way, is the music too loud? I'm testing the music today. I never usually put any music on these videos. But yeah, if it's loud, just tell me in the chat and I'll know for next time not to have it at all, maybe. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And Amr, my friend, hopefully Amr, my friend, hope we'll see each other someday. If you ever come to London, my friend, just hit me up. I'm pretty sure you have me on Facebook or something, so just message me. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys found this useful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.